I think Alpine take a step back, a massive step back. In fact, I think this team is going to go from P6. I could very well see them dropping down to P9. This is a team that's had a lot of drama throughout this offseason, towards the end of last season, the way that the Esteban Ocon saga ended, the promotion for Jack Doohan in that final race of the season, the expectations for Jack Doohan. And this is also, mind you, remember, this is the last year that they're going to be under the Renault power unit. You're going into 2026, taking the spot that Aston Martin have as they move to Honda from Mercedes as their power unit supplier. They're going to be a power unit supplied by Mercedes going into 2026. So there's already a lot of changeover. You're putting a lot of time and energy and resources just to adapting going into 2026 with these new engine regulations and then some. Leadership, they've had a lot of struggles and changes and shifts and movements. There's a lot happening behind the scenes at this team. The only constant in this team right now really looks like it's going to be Pierre Gasly and then Oliver Oakes as the team principal, who, remember, mind you, last year came in mid-season. There's a lot going on with this team. I think this is a very unfocused team from the outside looking in. They're all over the place. Pierre Gasly, again, Oliver Oakes are going to be more or less the consistency there. Gasly is a very good, strong lead driver. He's going to be the majority of where the points come from this year. But when you're looking at Jack Doohan, his entire situation, I kind of just feel bad for the guy because after signing last year and named as the next driver up, replacing Esteban Ocon, getting his debut one race early, and now walking into his rookie season, there have been a lot of reports of him only having technically a guaranteed 6 races this year because of the signing of very, very, very popular last year, Franco Colapinto as the quote unquote reserve driver to a multi.
Which is a driver that we both talked about forever and ever. Like, we thought there was Franco Colapinto was a name that nobody knew. Drove a couple of races, and then everyone knew. Everybody knew Franco Colapinto's name in F1 by the time he was done with that 3 to 4 race span. Because it was like, dude, this guy's legit. Like, he doesn't put the car into the wall. He's getting points over and over again. Like, this guy's good. And I remember that we made the call that was like, look, Colapinto needs to be a driver on a team this year. Ended up being Doohan. He ends up signing the reserve role. I don't call it a bold prediction. I think because you already kind of alluded to.
This isn't really. I wouldn't say it's bold to predict that Franco Colapinto is going to be in that seat at some point this season.
It's going to be really tough. Jack Doohan's kind of in a situation where he's kind of got to get like points every week, and that's a really, really rough situation for him.
The expectations for Doohan has to be.
The seat on him is hot.
Yeah, it's incredibly hot, and he just got here. I feel bad for Jack Doohan because watching the media around Formula One events, he's done plenty of interviews and spent plenty of time talking to members of the Formula One media, being very insightful. He seems like a good guy, and having this long journey to getting to Formula One for anybody is a dream. I feel bad for Jack Doohan because he feels like he's kind of a sitting duck here, for better or worse. Yeah. And if you're Franco Colapinto, if you're Jack Doohan, seeing Franco Colapinto coming in on this multi-year deal, Franco Colapinto wasn't coming over with the idea of, I really want to be the Alpine reserve driver rather than the Williams reserve driver. No, he saw this as his best opportunity. Alpine looked at this as a great opportunity. Hey, at better or worse, we're going to have a really good driver lineup in about 6 to 7 races time if Jack isn't cutting it. So I feel there's a lot of pressure already for Jack. I think you have to be consistently within 1 to 2 places of Pierre Gasly every weekend to keep that seat simmering instead of blazing hot. But I would be shocked, unfortunately shocked in a sense, but excitedly shocked in another sense, if that Franco Colapinto is probably going to be taking that seat at some point this season. We're already walking into the season feeling like it's an inevitability, but with all that laid out, again, I don't think it's controversial at all to say that Alpine are going to just take a step back. There's just too much happening on the sidelines, not within the actual, car.
Well, other than a crazy weekend where they just fell into the right place at the right time, Alpine had a bad year last year all the way around. It looked really
up until
bad.
The very end, basically. Yeah,
they were a train wreck. They got a good weekend. They're going to continue to be a train wreck this year.